Macy's. I am Fly 11, and I'm here interviewing the lovely Laura Kathleen for the CubicleChick.com. We just want to ask her a few questions. The first thing that people always want to know is, what is life like after Project Runway?
It's so different because you're adjusting to, number one, being recognized, obviously, a lot more.
Oh, yes.
Number two, with the question, what am I going to do next? Because, you know, you don't, I mean, for me, I didn't want to be somebody that went on Project Runway and that was never heard of again in the fashion industry.
Right.
Because it becomes this celebrity personality where, you know, then you're running around and you're hosting this and hosting that, and that's great. And I really love that because while you're doing that, you can promote what you're doing with fashion.
Right.
So,
do you feel like that makes it hard to then just concentrate on the fashion, the designer that you are?
Makes it much busier.
Yeah.
Much more busy. But it's good because you get all these wonderful opportunities to promote what you're doing. So I think that, you know, if you use what you did wisely going on reality TV, you use it as a form of publicity and marketing, it can be a wonderful life after Project Runway. I think lots of times, I was speaking to a fellow contestant from my season, and his collection that he's doing right now is based off the feeling of coming down off that high.
Wow.
You know?
So you use it as inspiration.
And for me, I was kind of, you know, I didn't realize it, but everyone deals with it differently. For me, I was like, you're not coming off of the high, you're just going higher with your fashion. Maybe not reality TV again, but you know, it's your now. It's going to be your clothing, you know. So everyone deals with it differently. I think it's a great if you can find inspiration from it. But you know, I kind of thought about that, and I thought there must be a lot of reality TV stars that feel like that once the spotlight is somewhat gone. You know, because it does. I mean, it's unless you continue with what your talent was, it's not like it's going to stay forever. A new season is going to come in, you know.
Right. Yeah.
First been, we're on our 10th season, I think. Project Runway is casting their 10th season. And, you know, you look back at it and you're like, well, who can I really say that, like, I see a constant presence from?
Right, from the show. And that happens a lot with reality TV.
And you know, because I think there's 15 every season. That's almost 150 designers.
Oh, wow.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
and
true.
do we have, no, 150 that are still designers?
No. So that's a good point you made. It's really critical to know what to do with that success that you experience from being recognized.
Sure.
How is it? I was watching a few of your clips from the Lifetime show, the website where they talk about Project Runway, and I was looking at the judging, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so strong, because some of the things they say, I think I would just cry and say, you know what, send me home, let me try again. Right. So how does that feel? I know that's one of the things that viewers always wonder. How does it feel to stand there and have your, because, you know, creativity is so personal, and so to have it critiqued like that, and you know, kind of be told you're not good enough. How does it feel?
You know, you're so right in that being a creative and being an artist, you're pretty much putting your soul out there for somebody to tear down. You know, so that's the hardest part about being an artist. Now, there's that other side to it that they always say, if you're going to be in fashion, you got to be strong.
Tough skin.
You got to have a tough skin. And I've known that from the beginning, and I've really tried to put myself in situations to prepare myself for that. Because there really is no way, there's no formula to prepare yourself for something like that. And especially when it's on reality TV. I mean, don't get me wrong, these judges do understand ratings, you know? So they're not holding back maybe as much as they would in another setting.
You gotta keep people tuned in.
Right, exactly. So you're like, wow, you didn't sugarcoat that at all. Like that, okay. And you know what, I take it as, I'm going to grow from it, and fashion is subjective. I will never appeal to every single person in the world. I'd love to. I want to appeal to as many people. I want to appeal to enough to keep my brand going.
Right.
But I understand that I will not cater to everybody, you know? Like a lot of people come up and they, you know, suggest ideas for fashion, and I'm like, you know what, I'd love to cover children's and men's and plus size and everything. I'm like, I'd love to cover the gamut right now, but unfortunately I can't cater to everyone even in that sense. And then especially on the show, they're talking about, you know, your aesthetic, obviously. And I'm kind of like, there was always everyone saying that whole thing with me and Nina, and that, like, Nina and I had that, she wasn't so easy on me, but,
Yeah, I saw the clips about that. I did see. I was like, yeah, she seems to like rail her every time she goes out there. So.
And Tim even told me that, and I was like, yes, I know, I've been there.
Yeah, you talked about how difficult that was to go back into the green or go back into the workroom and recreate something, and it's like a constant, you know, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're like, wait, what's Nina gonna say? Wait, I can't think about that. She's not my, she's not my creative director. I'm my creative director.
Right.
So, you just have to remember, yeah, you can't please everyone at the end of the day. But you know, what's funny is then I did my final collection for Lincoln Center, and Nina absolutely loved it. So
it got really good reviews.
It did.
Well, first of all, your attitude about, you know, taking critique is very healthy. That's really good advice to give people, and that's in anything that you do when you put yourself out there. But I did want to talk about, how do you feel, what was the difference between your collection for New York Fashion Week and the work that you did on the show? Because a lot of people, and I also think that it was distinctly different, and the Fashion Week stuff, oh my God, it was just, you know, it was up there with Balenciaga, and I was like, this is really good. And so what do you think was the, do you think it was different?
Oh, well, you're designing in two different atmospheres. The atmosphere on the show, you're given parameters. You're like, this is what you're designing for. And you know how it is when you get on that runway. You've watched episode after episode. If you don't hit something that the judges want, they'll yell at you for it, even if it's good. And then, but then sometimes they don't want you to play along with the rules, and then you say good job, and you're like, wait.
And so you're just kind of stuck trying to figure out what they want, and not necessarily what you want to do.
I think in that environment, you know, you try to please so many people. Because in all reality, it's a game. You know, it's a game show.
And it's very little time.
Yeah, it's a game show. It's little time. When I came home, I got to be like a normal person going to fabric stores. Yeah. I got to look, and I got to sit, and I take swatches, and I look at them, and I think how this is going to read. Because, you know, I know sometimes Nina would be like, I question your taste. And I'm like, trust me, girl, I've got taste. I do. All right? You know?
And you prove that.
You know? And I'm like, but once again, we're on this show, you know? So when I was given the funds to go and just do whatever you want and put 12 pieces out there, it was like, you know, no big deal. Okay.
Right.
So, you know, for me, that's probably more true to my aesthetic, you know? Because, you know, there's some designers who are like, I don't like their work at all. And all of a sudden I'll see something, oh, that's so cute, who did that? They'll say it's a designer, and I'm like, I don't like their, okay, I want it, you know?
Right.
You know, so it's like, I was just walking past in the department, the Rachel Roy stuff. I didn't like her last collection at Macy's. It wasn't for me.
Agreed.
This stuff, I was like, okay. Oh, I like that.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm definitely going to, because I love Rachel Roy. She's really good. She's
so known for, like, colors, and I feel like what she did at Macy's before was so dull. Yeah. And I'm kind of, you know...
I usually like her cuts, too. She has really good, you know, different, unique cuts.
Yeah, but, you know, so it's not like I'm not like, oh, Rachel Roy sucks. You know? Right. Because I didn't like what she did last season.
One collection you didn't like. Exactly. I was looking at your fall 2011 collection. What was the inspiration? 2012. You have one coming out.
I do.
So on your site, it's not loaded yet, but the link's up there. So what's your inspiration for the new collection?
The new collection. Okay, so... The new collection, you know, it's funny, I thought of it from a perspective, when I started designing, I honestly thought of it from a perspective, who buys high-end women's wear? When you are a, you know, when you're a small business, and, you know, I'm producing and I'm manufacturing in the USA, so my manufacturing costs are higher.
Oh, that's good.
And it's, I'm actually manufacturing right in St. Louis.
That's good.
There's an old place that's still from the garment district that's here. So, and they're lovely and they're wonderful and they're looking for people, you know, to do that. Yeah. And they've got a huge floor and a warehouse down on Olive, and anyways, it's really cool.
It's really noble of you when it's so much cheaper to do it in China.
Yeah, it is, you know, and but I have, my thing is my product has to be quality. If people are going to make, my wholesale, or my retail price points are $200 to $950. If you're going to buy a jacket, and like the $950 is a jacket, if you're going to buy a jacket, what women are the type that are going to spend on that? Do you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Because there are women that are just like, I don't care what it looks like, I will never buy a jacket for $950.
Right, yeah.
So that was my initial thing, looking at it from a business perspective. My second thing was I was looking up, I love the movie Moulin Rouge. I love it. Like, I've watched it way too many times. But I designed my own prints for this collection, and I designed them a lot inspired off of Moulin Rouge. I say that it looks like kind of a really like high-end French bohemian
Oh,
at
wow.
Vibe.
I love Bohemian.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
because the prints, they almost look like this old lattice, and then I've got like grays and bright yellows and blacks. That's all the prints.
Nice. So that's your color focus for fall 2012. Okay.
Yeah, and it's really wearable, and I designed most of it out of organic knits, actually.
Oh wow, that sounds really nice.
I'm just seeing that a lot of women, they want to look great, but women that buy at that price point also want to be extremely comfortable, and they're not going to compromise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there will be your 20 and 30 somethings that will have the money to buy it, but and then some girls save up, just to buy like one piece or something.
Right.
But
the average American.
But to buy the whole collection, it's going to be a woman that could probably be in her 40s or 50s with a lot of disposable income that can just say, I'm not going to compromise. I buy stuff that's comfortable, so I don't care,
But still has that distinctive and trendy flair to it.
Absolutely.
Which there's a market for that, because there's not a lot of trendy, distinctive, comfortable wear, casual wear.
Exactly.
So there's definitely a market for that.
And I feel that women like that because they feel more ease on sizing too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say a woman is smaller up top, she's got a bigger behind.
Mm-hmm.
When she,
especially when you get older, it
happens.
Right.
When you put on a size, let's say 4, and it fits great here, but maybe you needed a 6 on the bottom. With the organic knits, it gives you a little wiggle room.
That's an excellent point.
And
it happens a lot.
Yeah. So I really did it from a business perspective, and still, thinking mindful. I call them wardrobe workhorses.
Okay.
They're wardrobe workhorses. So you keep it in your wardrobe. You don't throw these things out,
Staples.
Right, exactly. Because, you've got to think of the most lucrative situation.
Oh, definitely. Who do you think is the most underrated designer?
In Project Runway or in the world?
In the world.
Oh, in the world.
Let's talk just fashion.
Oh, God.
Would it be easier designer. For you to limit it to Project Runway?
Probably. Probably just my season.
Let's go with your season then. I'm sorry.
Let's see. The most underrated designer from my season would probably be... I'd have to pick somebody that didn't get to show at Fashion Week, because I think those people got some good rating as far as getting to that point. Who just keeps coming up in my mind from my season is Julie Tierney. You're like, who?
Right? I did watch the latter part of the show, so I'm like,
she was the girl that was like very tomboy. She was always in like a track jacket and leggings.
Okay.
And she was from Colorado, but she had just went to SCAD.
Okay. Everybody Google her so we can
Julie.
see.
Julie's awesome. I don't know what she's going to do, but she had, what really took me with Julie is she has got her market completely targeted, and she's good at it.
Oh, that's good.
Julie used to be a pro snowboarder.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was like on the covers of magazines with the boards and doing flips and all this crazy stuff. And what her idea is, and I've been a skier my whole life, her idea is to do après ski jackets. Now the après ski jackets, they're women that like don't even touch the mountain, and they just want to look so good and take a drink after with everybody.
Right, and take pictures.
And so their jackets are like thousands of dollars, and they're like, yeah, I'm on a mountain, blah, blah. So they're these designer, but very, unique, things like that. That is her market. And I'm like, nobody has done that. Nobody has targeted that so much to say it's not necessarily performance. You wouldn't ski in these things, but they're for the mountain.
Right.
So
it's for the aesthetic of it. One last question. What is fashion?
What is fashion? I think fashion is self-expression. So
we're right here.
Yeah.
I say the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you. This has been really nice.
Yeah,
Laura Kathleen has been excellent. She looks excellent. We're headed out to the Macy's event. Can you just give us a quick snapshot of what that's about? She's hosting today.
Yeah, so the Macy's event, it's Feel the Magic. We're going to see all the spring trends and then have a contest where audience members get to style looks. And whoever wins, I think it's like a $100 gift card.
Oh,
so
nice.
It'll be pretty fun. So we'll see trends and win some money.
All right, excellent. You guys should be here. Well, thank you. This is Fly 11, and I am interviewing Laura Kathleen for thecubiclechick.com. We'll see you later.